Hello everyone, this is Xander Teron, and I am back with a Random Cast episode 39, if I can remember how to count properly. See, we're in hell in a very small place. On the blue team we have MaybeJamesMattis, which, if I recall correctly, he's playing a French moto deck, so I don't know, I think James Mattis would definitely be going for US Marines. US Marine deck. And on the red team we have T72 Will T. Do believe he was in the last episode. I do believe he's also playing a Red Dragons deck, I do believe is what it was. Looks Red Dragons. North Korean. Or is he, is he just playing, oh right, yeah, he's just straight North Korea actually, DPRK. Definitely an interesting choice. Can't helo rush him. Those helicopters get shot down by all the Hwasun Chongs. Anyway. Actually, let's give my assessment here first. T72. It's a captain versus a corporal, so it could be interesting to see how it goes. Infantry, that's B tier 60 Ps. I think that it's at Gongbongyang. I can't remember how they're pronounced. That recoilless. I'm pretty sure North Korea has a recoilless shock squad. Or also could be the Marines, the Gyokdai. That's another possibility. That's going to be the two-man sniper team. Actually, I think it's a two-woman sniper team. The Cheondai, I can't remember what the name is. It's been a while. What's this? T-72Ms, yeah, that's 100. So, fair number of guys going for golf. Mortar, FOB. Ooh, double mortar, actually. Just a scout, tank, and some AA going in. Probably going to be hanging around in this area. And yeah, some Hwasun Chongs with Bo Chong Su in them. Another scout. That's probably going to be chilling in this area is my guess. Maybe might go for Bravo. Hard to say. I do believe this is a general deck. Just kind of guessing based off veterancy and the vehicles being taken. And here, let's see what James Mattis is doing. Maybe James Mattis. A couple of RCSBs. This Moto, so those are going to be Chasseur in there. Panther, that could be, would it be, it could be Upvetted Legion. Could also, can't remember if Commando Marine are available in Moto, if they're locked to Marine. It's got two cards of, or two stacks of that. Vab there, FOB. Milan team with Sunflavor, Mistral team, and more Chasseur. Oh, the ERC 90. So I'm guessing some of these guys might go for Bravo. I think maybe James Mattis is probably going for golf. Looks like both players are going heavy on golf, but let's well, get to it. Motors are aiming. I'm guessing they're smoking off somewhere. A little bit of chop there on my end. I don't know if that's going to show up in the recording. Panthers are going in. There actually are no Hwasun Chongs there, but there are the that's an anti. Nope. Pong J2, which is anti-plane. Not very good accuracy. Yeah, no anti-helicopter AA here, so that could be a problem for Wilk. And yeah, Commando Marine, yep. So since these are grouped up, you really don't want to pair up your helicopters like that because, especially when landing infantry, you have to wait for both helicopters to land. Yeah, going Bob Young. And they're also, since they're so close together, they're vulnerable to splash. Or one of those went down. Yeah, the problem with the Pong J2 is that it only has 2 missiles and not very good accuracy, but it's not that expensive either, so you get what you pay for. Anyway, so Chasseur 85 going up against the Gongbok Beyond, but the Panthers are putting some hurt on, and yep, the Pong J2 missed. It also died. And these Commando Marines can really clean these guys up. Then over here, it's Milan F3s. Oh yeah, those guys are going through the trees. These guys aren't unloaded. That they get caught in their transports, that could be bad. Oh wait, nope, they're unloaded now. And Wilk is bringing out the UAZ. Want to get that? Looks like he wants to get the +2 taken, which is, you know, understandable. These Panthers so low on ammo. Mattis should pull them back to the fob and resupply them. And some Gazelle Canons coming out. Looks like, yeah, watching the flanks. Should probably get one down here. Like, the line of sight around here can kind of get a little screwy sometimes, so as generally good idea to have, like, a recon helicopter hanging around down here. And yep, VAB PC coming out. That's the command APC. Yep. It's just a perfectly average command vehicle. One all-around armor. They're not bad, just not great availability for how relatively fragile they are, but they're definitely a lot more, or definitely a lot less fragile than, you know, the command Jeep, so, you know, trade-off. Like, yeah, the UAZs, cheap, plentiful, good autonomy, especially on the UAZs, but 5 HP, no armor, they die to a sneeze. Okay, BTR 60Ps and VABs going out. Oh yeah, these are the North Korean ones, so they don't have a top on them. Which, honestly, for these things, it rarely makes a big difference for their survivability. But they also have an NSVT, a 50 instead of the 14.5 KPVT that a lot of the Red 4 wheeled transports have. You know, the various BTR, you know, 60, 70, 80. Alright, oh, Go Chang-Su moving up. They're on the move. They don't have any fire support, and the chasseurs are in building, so yeah, they're going to get chewed up. And yet the Jean Chaldat, that's what they're called. All their weapons turn off, so yeah, so they're not giving their positions away. And they can just be very sneaky. Interesting choice using the T-72Ms. They're not very good. Like, 12 frontal armor, that's pretty average-ish for the price, I do believe. But yeah, they're only a 2100 meter gun. Accuracy's not very good. AP's okay for the price, I do believe. Not amazing. And only 7 rounds meant auto-loaded, but not great. No, I also did finish my tangent about the BTR-60P. It's actually one of the better Red 4 wheeled transports, in my opinion. Not that great in the grand scheme of things, but you're not paying the KPVT tax. But also, the KPVT is not necessarily useless either. Nope. Commander Marines just barely missed being able to kill that Type 80. And yep, those guys got into close quarters, but they're just getting chewed up. Yeah, it's not looking too great for T-72 Wilk at the moment. He does have 14 points just because he got his UAZ in the Charlie just a little bit before Mattis got his CV into Echo. Oh, ERC 90s coming down the middle. They're French, so no stabilizer. And also only 1 armor, but oh, they're not stopping. They're not, no. Looks like the VAB got them, or backed them up. Oh, T-62D's coming out. Oh yeah, Gong Babyong just getting chewed up. No support. Oh, but BTR-80A's coming in. They're on veterans, so I'm guessing those are, what are they, the Jokdai? I'm guessing they're the North Korean, or Yakyondae. Jokdai are the Marines. Yakyondae are the Special Forces. They're okay, I guess. Like, I don't know. They're okay against infantry. Not amazing. Their launcher is I don't know, its AP power is okay. Accuracy's a bit lacking, average range, and it's average rate of fire. Like, they're not great, not terrible. T-62Ds, they're a bit of a meme. Not very good outside of an armored deck, though. The big thing with them, though, is that they just have they have a decent amount of armor for a 25-point tank. And Commander Marines going up against the Yakyondae. Not sure if either of them, which one wins in a straight-up fight. But the chasseurs are coming in, but also vehicles. It's not looking too good for the French here, I'm thinking. But you never know. Actually, oh, one of the Yakyondae's actually panicked. However, the BTR-88s could potentially do a lot of work if Mattis isn't microing his Commando Marines. Oh, one of the Yakyonde went down and there's closer, so yeah. I don't even think that's a micro, that's just bad luck for Wilk because one Yakyonde was ahead of the others and was drawing fire until it died. Or they died. Kind of weird referring to was ostensibly a group of 10 people as it. Anyway. T-62Ds clean up the ERCs. Mi-25, it's upvetted. Honestly, the Mi-25 is not that good in the North Korean helicopter tab. Oh, FIB, that's the rocket launcher one. Rockets. Rip Command Marines. Oh, got one squad. Oh, VLRA Mistral coming out. Oh yeah, the French don't have a wheeled Roland. Only the West Germans do. And I don't think the French tracked Rolands are available at all in Moto. And yeah, Mi-25, it is cleaning up the Command Marines because there's no AA. Like, was it the Mi-25s, they like the transport ones that like Eastern Bloc and the Soviets get, especially with the Shock and Elite Infantry, are actually really good because the veterancy really helps their ATGMs do some work. Not great otherwise, but they have 16 AP, so when they hit, they can one-shot 2 armor and take a decent chunk out of a lot of other things. Oh, F5B's circling. Doesn't have line of sight on anything, but it's definitely demonstrating that Mattis doesn't have any AA in that area. In fact, up until the Mistral came out, only AA was, well, the one Mistral team. Oh, VBL Mistral coming out. Oh. Mi-25s need to be careful flying over the forest. Yep, collective malfunction. But the other one's putting some hurt onto his Command Marine. Yeah, lone helicopters flying over forest just really need to be careful because infantry machine guns can put a lot of hurt on them. Anyway, Wilk is making a comeback here in golf. I think Mattis overextended a little and just... Honestly, I think his lack of AA really has done him in here at the moment. But did put a VAB into Bravo, so that is a +1 tick. Making up difference. Not a huge difference, but you want to have more conquest points than your enemy, so gotta get that tick. Oh, Su-25K coming out. It's a North Korean one, so it only has the missiles, doesn't have the whatever rockets, like 240mm rockets, whatever the other Su-25Ks have. F5B is going to have a bad day if those missiles fire on it. Oh, but they have line of sight? Does Wilk see him? He does. Oh, might be the Mi-2 that was spawning him. Well, that was a good pickup for Wilk. Oh, Su-25K is still flying around. Took a hit. And looks like the HAP took it down. And yeah, the problem with the Su-25K is that it only has only has one rear armor. The A-10A and the Su-25T have 2 rear armor, so they have high survivability when evacing. Because 2 armor on planes dramatically reduces HE damage from missiles. Anyway, 23 ML coming up, probably going to do a run on the Tiger. 1 hit. And yep, does get 2 hits. Is going to make it out scot-free. 1 hit. This thing is only at like 20 ECM, isn't it? 10 ECM. Oh, right. I think the Czechs have a 20 ECM MiG-23 fighter. Oh, it's not even exiting. Not evacing. Just checking out the AI, I guess, or forgotten about? I don't know. Oh, but if it flies back over one of these guys, could be trouble. Does this have stabilizers? Oh, it's shaking. And no stabs either. 38% accuracy, that's not very good. Nope. And goes down. But I did get a HAP, so that is a positive trade points-wise. Didn't see the veterancy. I think you get 3 or 4 of those up vetted. Oh, especially once you factor in the North Korean availability bonus. And Mi-25 goes down. And yeah, chasseurs are just kind of by themselves here. Yeah, just that lack of AA really hurting Mattis here. And no Crotals either. Interesting. Oh, the VBL Mistral. It's a unit I want to like, and it's not bad. Like a stealth, you know, manpad vehicle is useful. The fact that it only can fire 2 missiles before it has to reload means... And it's a 5 HE missile, so... Against a 6 HE, helicopter needs to land 2 hits unless it gets a crit. So if it's just not a very good anti-helicopter tool by itself, but it can definitely, working with other units, it can definitely do some work. It's just, especially in Eurocore, it's hard to fit it in, but in a moto deck, especially a French moto deck, no reason not to take it, in my opinion. Anyway, Matt is still ticking at +1. 49 points to 14. Volk needs to do something about that, otherwise, if you let that... It's only a +1, but if you let it stay, it's eventually going to build up to a lot of points you need to overcome. More Chasseurs coming in. Or, I'm pretty sure Legion 90, they're available in French Moto, aren't they? Yeah, this is a Cat A deck, so they should be available. Also, I don't know how new to the game MaybeJamesMattis is, so maybe they're not aware of the utility of Legion 90. I don't know. Yeah, they're light. They're just regular light infantry, so yeah, they're available in Moto. If Commando Moreno are available in Moto, then Legion 90 would be available. Oh yeah, the MX-30 B2 Brennus. Not great. Mostly it's just the MX-30s are just really let down by the lack of stabilizers. They're just worse Leopard ones. They have worse armor. Their guns are usually comparable, except for lacking stabs, but they usually pay an extra like 5 points to have the autocannon that's coaxial, which they rarely use because since it's made it to the same turret as the like in-game weapon turret, and it's coaxial in IRL and in-game. So the unit can only fire the main gun or the autocannon. They can't fire both. So what happens is, since the main gun basically always has greater HE output, it gets used over the autocannon. Autocannon basically only ever gets used at very certain range brackets against like helicopters, or if you turn off the main gun or it runs out of ammo. And yeah. Oh, Mistral team. Honestly, Manpad's teams are actually really nice. It's just in a general deck, it's usually not worth it to fit them in. One exception I could think of would be like a US general deck. Since you don't have access to an ATGM team in US, you can take the Stinger C and like the N2A2 Bradley. It's a decent combination, in my opinion. Your mileage may vary. Anyway, Wilk is bringing out a CV4 Golf, which will neutralize the +1 tick that Mattis has. 91 to 14. Nope, Puma's flying in. Oh, not a lot of AA. No, there is the Poisson chance. So those Pumas will go down. They're 6 HP, right? Yeah. Oh, that Puma got a little lucky. Bunch of misses on it, but now it's down. And these guys have consumed some of their Iglas. They still have plenty of them to go around. And if Wilk really wanted to, could regroup them and spread out the number of missiles equally as possible among the remaining vehicles, but not really needed. Oh, double Caesar. That's an interesting choice. What are they firing on? Are these Bochongsu going to have a bad day? Looks like it. Oof. 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 One more oof? Yep. That's an oof. I guess if Mattis wanted to now, we could try sniping for the Golf CV from Wilk. Could also potentially be a waste of supply. 2 Caesars firing, especially if they're not can really drain a fob pretty quickly. And yeah, Vab's gonna just get shot up. Oh, it's reversing. More Chasseur coming out. They do have the BTR 60s to support. They'd be better off if the BTR 88s were a bit further up with them, but it wouldn't take the BTRs that long to catch up to Yakyonde if they're in trouble, but it's not like there's much trouble for them to run into. You know, barring like a major miss micro from T-72. Chasseur is exchanging fire with the Gung Belbyong. Oh, the BTR 88s could potentially run to the Chasseur 85. Elrak F1 is basically a slightly better Carl Gustav, so yeah. But it looks like Mattis wasn't really paying attention, and so the other one's going to drive by unmolested by the looks of it. Oh, VPM 120 coming out. It's not the only mortar available to French Moto, but I do believe the only other option French Moto have would be the 60mm, the AML 60. I do believe that's what it is. And whatever the AML 60 with the autocan, that really isn't worth it. Which honestly, they're not bad. You can like buy like 2 or 3 of them at once and just spam mortars down onto your enemy at close range. F5 takes 1 hit. Is going to take a second. Nope, no range. Oh, what are those motors falling on? What was there? Firing at something, I'm not sure. Oh, more command. Oh, did you see the Panthers land the Command of Marines, maybe? Oh, Chasseur 85 having a bad day against the Yakyonde. Yeah, the VPM 120 is otherwise not great. It's one of those mortars which you pay too much for because it's A, wheeled, and B, it has better accuracy. Or better, I don't know if it's better range compared to other 120s. Actually, I could literally check. But it definitely has better dispersion. Or tighter dispersion. Yeah. I think it also doesn't carry very much ammo either. Come on. The supply truck is literally right on top. Oh, now they're moving. 60 rounds. VPM 120. 54 is actually a decent amount. It's not like it's the Soviet Nona mortars that the airborne get. The Nona SVK. Do you believe is what they are? Those things are grossly overpriced. This one's only a little overpriced. Like the German M113 mortar is just a better deal in my opinion. 10 points or 20 points less. It's only it's 40 points for the M113. There also is the HS30, but it's not as good as it used to be. Because it used to just be blatantly the best choice at only 30 points. Anyway, barring any interference, those Commander Marine are going to clean up the Yakyonde. Oh, but there's another 2-stack of them coming in. Normally, I don't have a very high opinion of 15-man squads, but honestly, with elite infantry, they actually do work well because the biggest weakness that elite infantry have is just like getting chewed up by fire support. Which is where having, an extra 5 dudes per squad actually comes in. It gives them a bit more survivability against, like, mortars and vehicle, like, tanks and autocannons and whatnot. It also does help them against infantry, but the actual benefit, again, like, that they get for their firepower-wise is, like, a slight reload bonus or something like that, if I recall correctly. Also more ammo, which can be handy. Anyway. Mattis put a CV into Foxtrot, so taking it +1 again, so 114 to 14. That's the disparity is starting to build up a little. Oh, Hassan Chong's on the move, but they're almost out of fuel. They're not fast moving either. Oh, I think they were seen because there's Vabs and ERC 90s moving into position. Not that it matters because they're about to run out of fuel. I guess if any like, helicopters or planes flew over, they could harass them. But they're left alone. Okay, Commander Marines are... They're not... Yeah, they weren't even attack moving. They're just walking. So yeah, they're dead. Oh, Mistral team out. Chasseurs eat a rocket strike, but the Mistrals take out the Mi-25, and the VBL takes out the F5B. Oh, what is... Okay, please stop that. Okay, there we go. I thought Matt was about to run it straight into the Yakyonde. That would not be good. More Chasseurs coming out. Oh, Poisson Chong's on the move. Calling out Cassiopeia to take care of him. Not exactly the smartest move against these guys, since, you know, Iglobas. The Vabs and the ERC-90 should be able to take care of him, unless, you know, you run the ERC right up to them and the double ZPTU chews them up. No, Mistral is engaging with its machine gun, not a position you want your VBL Mistral to be in. Oh, that could have ended really badly for Wilk if the Chasseurs landed both of their LRACs. Oh, Mistral went down. Yeah, BTR-80's gunned it down. But there's more Chasseurs coming in. And I think if with... Oh, there's also more Commando Marine. And then this is where you see the disadvantage of helicopter-borne infantry, is that you have to... Once this front lines is established, you have to land them relatively far away. Is that a napalm bomber? Or is it a... No, it's HE. Or... Yeah, HE. Ooh. Oh, got a BTR, and I think it also damaged the Yakyonde a bit. Property micro, the Chasseurs and the VAD should be able to take care of this, but that's not a given. Well, Cassiopeia did not engage the Hwasan Chongs at all, which is good for them because they probably would have got shot down. Cassiopeia is actually fun. It has the Cassiopeia, however it's supposed to be pronounced. Anyway, it has the same autocannon that the French Tigers have. So it's a hoot. Oh, Vabs went in first, so yeah, they're going to get blown up, and that also them exploding is going to panic the Chasseurs. Always send your infantry in first to engage. Well, unless you're going up against like a Legion 90 or Spetsnaz, you know, like napalm infantry. In which case, yeah, send your vehicles in and just watch them eat all the damage. No AA, and yeah, Cassiopeia is actually really strong. They can just fly over things and just delete them with their autocannon. Though you still don't want to fly them over infantry in a forest or in buildings. Like, that can still be quite dangerous for them. Oh, there's some Hwasan Chongs there, though. So I'll keep them at bay. Up in more Type 80s. Not the greatest AA, but they are a cheap 2.8 kilometer anti-helicopter piece with no radar. Cassiopeia swinging around. That Mi-25 is probably going to have a bad day. Oh, Chasseurs engaging Yakyonde. Oh, yep, there goes the Mi-25. Yeah, the Chasseurs without fire support are going to have a bad time. Elite infantry just mop up line infantry like nobody's business. Oh, the Cassiopeia's got lucky with the miss there. That Mi-2 is going to be very unlucky. Oh, Palm J2 coming out. Once again, not a great anti-helicopter choice, but it will one-shot him, providing it hits. Anyway, oh yep, Gong Bong Yong going to be chewed up by the fire support. If you turn, might have been better for Wilk to micro them and have them engage the Vabs. I do believe they would have the range on them. But whether or not they'd hit would be is a different question. Oh, Cassiopeia just flew right into those guys. Alright, Panthers engaging. Commander Marines are moving up. Mattis is still taking it +1. That's 187 to 14. Caesars are firing. It's been a while since I noticed them firing. I'm not sure what they're firing at, though. Oh, did the Cassiopeia spot the... No, they didn't spot the UAZ. They're just going after the Hwasan Chong. The Iglobus. Oh, Mirage bombing. A lot of Iglas, though, so it might go down. Oh, it's on 2 HP and goes down at the last moment. And not a lot of damage done, I don't believe. Also, there's just a pan... Okay, there we go. It's unloaded. Lots of Panthers kicking around. Can be handy to keep them around as a tactical reserve. That's a lot of T62Ds and ST100s. ST100s are pretty pants. Also, they're one of those units where they have one less veterancy level compared to other vehicle tab units. So instead of being available on trained and hardened, they're available on rookie and hardened, I do believe. Anyway, mortars and artillery falling on that, so that's going to stun them up. Ooh, yeah, especially the Caesar. And yeah, T62Ds, just the T62 in general is really bad because it's terrible rate of fire. Only 6 rounds a minute, only 3 HE. But like I said, this thing has a relatively chunky amount of armor for its price. Just maybe not the best in a general deck versus, an armored deck. Anyway, Mattis needs to get some more bodies in there. Oh boy, he has logistics helicopters. They're not useless, but they're not very good compared to just regular trucks, especially on a small map like this. They're highly visible, you can't hide them in a forest. It's just, yeah. Anyway, Panthers, yeah, these guys are having a bad day. That missile should be falling back, though. More Commando Marines coming in. Oh, AMX-30B2 is moving up. Oh, these guys are getting resupplied. Just, yeah, you also just can't get these things as close to the front line. Oh, was it, oh, these guys are getting chewed up. And they're firing, it's 96% accuracy. I'd hope they'd hit. Yeah, now they're stunned. They're panicked, so their aim time and reload speed is just way down now. Oh, VABs are putting some work in though. Ooh, weapon jammed. Yeah, this push just got absolutely smashed by artillery. And then ran face first into oh, B5, who's getting B5'd? Is it these guys? Oh, there, these guys. Oh, rip those, oh, that's, actually, that's 2 65-point tanks lost, so that's 130 points. Now, that's not a bad pickup for the B5, and I don't think it took any hits. But the Commando Marines just got worried, so that's still going to be a problem for Wilk. Oh, but he is getting Command Infantry into Foxtrot. That is going to countercap, but nothing really directly defending it. So potentially, like, the Commando Para could, like, walk right up and take it. Oh, mortars firing. Double 120s, even if they're overpriced, can still do some work. And really not a lot else happening elsewhere. Honestly, that's pretty common on this map. Usually the fighting is going to be in Gulf and, Foxtrot, Charlie area. That's where the fighting always is. Like, if Delta is a mech deck, you might see fighting in Bravo, but not usual. Mattis is still taking it +1. The Shui Band is just not quite into position yet. Oh, come on, yep, 250 to 14. That's a big difference. 236 points is not a small amount, especially to do in the 10 minutes that are left. MX-10 RC SBs coming out. They're okay. They're, wheeled tank. That's about it. They're an AMX-10 RC with, one more frontal armor. One more range increment as well. Actually, I haven't seen any AMX-10 RCs from Mattis, which is, yeah, they got nerfed, but even at 40 points, they're still a decent recon unit. Especially with the veterancy bonus from Moto. Oh, B5. No long range AA. Actually, there's a, oh, it's a rookie Rafale. Oh no. Oh, miss. I think you got a hit right at the last second anyway. Who's having their day round? Oh, did they take hit? Nope, they get out alive. Who got bombed? No, did the B5 evac without bombing anybody? Did I just miss it? Yeah. Always upvet your ASFs. it is rarely worth it to downvent them, especially Super ASF like the Rafael. You want that thing on elite. It is the single best ASF in the game when upvetted. It has 50% ECM, has medium stealth, so it's less likely to get detected, and its missiles are just better. Oh, B5 is back out. Also, it is super card now. Oh, it's flying. Okay, it better die at this point. Okay, it does go down. Did that get anything? I wasn't paying attention. I think it's just a blind bomb with no specific target. Oh, it's like Caesars are attempting to counter battery like the Pongay 2s, I'm guessing, but they're not really on the mark for anything. Oh, Babs. Wow, did these guys just miss two, like... Oh, wow. There we go, now they're hitting. That's just some bad luck for Welk there with those Yakyunde missing like twice in a row. I know the Type 80 is shooting, since it's the support tab one, so it doesn't have AP ammo. The vehicle tab ones do have AP ammo, but they're not great. F5B circling. And Caesars are firing again. Are they firing on the Yakyunde? Looks like it. Ooh. Oh, B5. Oh, who is getting B5'd? I guess these chefs are about to have a bad day. Oh yeah, they caught that with their teeth. Oh, F5B went down. I wasn't paying attention to the B5, but I think it got out. Fine. Oh, the chasseurs did go around. Oh, but they're not. Oh, they are attack moving. There you go. Oh, they could walk right up into that CV. Oh, the CV shooting, his gun's not turned off. If Mattis is paying attention, those Caesars should be... Oh, they're moving. Yeah, they should be homing in on the house. Oh, yep, they're moving now. Oh, there you go. Mortars are firing. Oh, he's going to block his chasseurs right into the mortar fire. Oh, F5B. Oh, does not get the kill, though. Oh, yeah, those are 57mm rockets, so, yeah. No, they actually have 2 HE power, though. Unlike the helicopter S5s, which only have 1 HE. Oh, Bernus took a stabilization off. It doesn't have a stabilizer 2 malfunction, so it's kind of a nice crit. Anyway, the recoilless rifles are doing a number on them. And also, one of the nice things about recoilless rifle infantry is that most recoilless rifles tend to have relatively low noise generation, so they don't give themselves away as much when firing. Like, oftentimes medium optic vehicles will have a hard time detecting them. Infantry will usually spot them because they, I don't know, usually they're a bit closer. That's just my personal experience, though. That's also why it's important to just have recon around. So, you know, you can, because even at relatively close range, you can have trouble spotting things. Oh, B5s are out. Is there any Raphaels? No? No Raphael? Okay, I guess those chasseurs are going to be another one. Oh, B5. No hits. F5 is just chilling. Yeah. Those guys had a bad time. Oh, here we go. Double Raphael. Gonna splatter an F5B. Like, he should keep this one on station on cap, so it's, you know, circling. You know, only fired 1 missile, and Raphael carries 10 missiles, so it's, yeah. It can engage a couple times, possibly, if it doesn't, you know, take a hit. Do want to be careful flying it over the front line, though. 50 ECM goes a long way, but it doesn't go that far. Oh, Sergei's gonna have a bad day. Raphael's just not... Yeah, Mattis is not paying attention, so the F5 gets a free attack. Oh, nope. Goes down to the Mistrals. The Mistral is a very nice man-pads. You know, 60% accuracy, good range. It's just expensive, and 5-man teams I do believe are less stealthy than the 2-man ones. Very good stealth. Yeah, good stealth. Oh, never moved the VPM, so they are taking counter battery fire, but it seems to be not quite on the mark. Though it only takes like one near miss to panic them and just render the mortars absolutely useless with so much dispersion. But not quite. Oh, what got blown up there? Some BTRs? Looks like it, yeah, BTR 60Ps. Oh yeah, VPMs are moving now. Oh, another VAB PC coming out. He's probably going to put that into golf. Get that +1 taken against 296 to 14. Oh. Looks like some... Why am I blanking on their names? Yakyonde. And BTR 80s, D62Ds. But right, I think they must have been spotted going in because, yeah, they're just eating a ton of HE fire. Oh, here comes the B5. Is it going to clear this forest? Oh, double Raphael. It's the second B5 going down. One hit. Oh, and gone. Yep, got the Jesser. Oh, and the counter battery has found its mark on the VPM 120s. They're shaken, a little bit of damage, so also almost out of ammo, so they're basically useless for the next while. Oh, and another, oh right, North Korea, so it has 3 B5s, not 2. Not sure what's going on. Oh, it's probably trying to snipe CVs. Oh, yeah, I'm going to make it out, but it's damaged, so it's going to be a while. He only gets an SB and damages 1 pretty heavily. Oh, Mattis actually does have the +2 because, yeah, the capped golf. So that's 312 to 14. Not looking too good for a T72 here. And yet the C's are just stunning and panicking these guys. So they're basically useless. I got the Jacques. Oh, he does actually have the Jacques Gokdai. The 15-man Marine unit. Right, so he's have the Yakyonde and Gokdai? The Gokdai? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm terrible with a lot of these names. Anyway, they got caught in the open by a couple of autocannons, so that's going to be bad for them. The VAB is kind of out in the open. Sort of hidden from direct line of sight by the buildings, but it doesn't take a lot of maneuvering to see it. Going after the VAB PC. Just a shaken AMX-10 RC to stop him. Tiger had coming out, though, which, there is the Pongay too, so that's probably going to be bad for the Tiger. But it's too little too late from, well, +2. That's takes that out, that's only going to be +1. +1's a +1, and that is game. Alright, so MaybeJamesMattis wins. 253 conquest points to 14. 3,210 kills to Wilkes 2,565. Yeah, definitely interesting. You know, both players going, you know, doing decks that you don't see very often. You know, North Korea generals, not very good. Gonna be honest. French mode is actually not that terrible, but I think it in some departments it does suffer compared to like Eurocore Moto. Especially without the Roland 3, that the wheeled Roland 3 the Germans have. If we go into the armory, I want Eurocore thematic Moto. Yeah, so so it misses out on the German 120mm mortars, which are good. Doesn't get the Gepards, which are just better than what the French have. Like the best the French get is the OL Noir. I think that means like black eye, which is just not very good. they do get. You also did see him was the BAB VDAA, which is also not very good, but it's not radar, so for 30 points, that you can't ask too much. But yeah, so like missing, like I said, like just is the VPM 120 really worth 20 more points than the Panzer Mortier M113? Pretty sure it's Panzer. Is it Mortier? Mortier? I can't remember what the German word for mortar is. I also don't know how to pronounce M113 in German either. Anyway. It's just, yeah. For the most part, yeah, the German mortar is just the better choice. Also do get the Lars 2 if you want, which is kind of a fun MLRS, get it up close to the front line, just shotgun a section, stun everything. Doesn't do a lot of killing, but it can stun things. You can also smoke with it, which is dubious. What else? Surprised I didn't see any Crotals. Those would have helped. Like, you compare them against the Mistral. Sure, they're almost twice as expensive, but much better range. But also only 4 missiles, so sometimes that can be annoying. But yes, that's another. Yeah. I don't know, what else would you get? Yeah, you get better tanks, mostly just the Leopard 1A5, which is fun. Leopard 1A4 is also not bad as a fire support vehicle. If you just compare it, that's fine. Click pin. There we go. Same HE, or same AP. Well, same HE, same accuracy, but it has stabilizer. Has slightly better rate of fire. Actually, oh right, yeah, the German one actually has 1 less armor. But I just think having the stabilizer is just such a big bonus for the Leopard 1A5. McCinnery is not bad. Recon. Honestly, Germany doesn't add a whole lot for recon. You do get the Panzerhaubitze Leopard 1A1, which is okay. It's one of the better recon tanks, but yeah. PH2 Tiger is really fun. The Sperrpanzer Deluxe is also pretty good. Aside from that, yeah, it's largely the French carrying it. Oh yeah, anyway, I'm getting distracted. What's my analysis of the battle? Just felt like T-72 Wilk just didn't make very good use of fire support and was just frequently sending infantry and fire support separated from each other, so they just wind up getting just really chewed up. Also didn't see a lot of mortar action from either player, really. Like, towards the end there, yeah, the VPM 120s were doing a lot of work, especially with the Caesar, but from Wilk, I didn't notice his mortar firing all that much. Notice firing sometimes, just, I don't know, could have been a bit much. Also, yeah, spent a lot of points on planes, which, I don't know, the B5s did a little bit, but not a huge amount. But also a lot of that was towards the end where he's maybe getting a little desperate. Yeah, I think part of this also just North Korea as a deck has a lot of deficiencies. Like, the only IFV, like proper IFV North Korea gets is, come on, there we go, is the, well, you do get the Korshon, which is a BMP one. It's not very good. Oh, scroll. Yeah, you get the BTR 80A, which is, it's not bad. It's a good vehicle. And yeah, I feel like I need to sneeze. Oh dear. But yeah, North Korea is just not exactly great by itself. Also didn't see any of the better tanks really coming out. Like Shomoho 5, not amazing, but not terrible. Shomoho 4, also not good. Does have the Charlotte 2Ms though, so maybe it's worth taking in North Korea. Yeah, that's kind of one of the problems with the North Korean tank tab. You have like a ton of these like 40-ish point tanks that are terrible. You have a 60-point tank that's not very good. You have a 5-point tank, Well, actually, you have two 60-point tanks that aren't particularly great, but in different ways. These actually have the same AP power. Yeah, because 18 AP at... With AP scaling, this thing has 18 AP at the same range as this thing. But anyway, like, so you have a decent 90-point tank. It's not terrible. Not amazing, though. And then you have a T90S, which is just, you know, the T72BU, but without the Sphere? Is that what it is? Is that what that ATGM is? Oh, it was T80. There you go. Yeah, the Sphere. Anyway. Yeah. T62D is just not very good. Oh, yeah, it's just kind of just, yeah, lack of just kind of like well combined, like combined arms, really, from Wilk really brought him down. Also, I think, yeah, towards the beginning, you know, he's kind of pushing through Golf, but then I think overextended a bit and just got wrecked. Especially helicopters did him in, especially also at the beginning. No AA, except for the Pong 2s. Which, you know, they're not the worst AA ever, but... what you call them? Why can't I see the Pong shape? There it is. It's just more of an anti-plane piece, but it does have 2.8 kilometer helicopter range, so it is serviceable. Your other option really is, you know, you have the Pong J3, which is like, it's a better anti-helicopter piece, but just doesn't have the same range and hitting power, which can sometimes make a difference. The VTT323 Igla is kind of overpriced. It's the same as the one in the infantry tab, it just carries no infantry and carries more missiles. It has 12 instead of just 4. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. Twice as expensive. Aside from that, yeah, Type 80, not very good. Shilka, also not good. Oh yeah, this one's not radar though, so, but it doesn't have the same range. And Shilkas also aren't very good because they have like how their reload and burst length works means that they don't spend a lot of time actually shooting. And the M1992, honestly, I've not used very much, and I've not seen used very much, so I really couldn't tell you how it is, and I don't have the whatever armory tool installed to look at its hidden stats. Anyway, I'm just delaying this. I'm just dragging this video out way longer than it needs to be. It's already like probably 50 minutes now. But yeah, it's just Wilk just, I don't know, just didn't. Also, I forgot to point out, Moto Deck does get the better upvetted infantry, which also did not help Wilk in the infantry fights, even without counting in like the fire support or lack thereof on his part. It's just I think that's the big thing from Wilk, is that in that fighting in Golf, already operating at disadvantage due to, you know, lower veterancy on the infantry, and then just not very great use of fire support, sealed the deal, in my opinion. But hey, every battle is a learning experience, especially when you lose. And honestly, I haven't been playing the game very much right now, so not like I could do any better with the same deck. Anyway, call it here. So yeah, this was Random Cast episode 39. I'm Xander Turon, and you guys have a lovely day.